What would happen if gravity on Earth completely disappeared for 7 seconds? Have you ever thought about it? People would suddenly be thrown into the sky, planes would lose control, and cities would fall into chaos within seconds. And here's the most interesting part. According to some, this scenario isn't just a theory. It might have been planned. In some documents that were allegedly leaked on social media, this event has a name: Project Anchor. The existence of such a program has never been officially confirmed. So today, let's follow this claim together. 70 years of research, hidden projects, and that date pointing to 2026. If you're ready, let's begin. It all started in the 1950s, during the most tense years of the Cold War. Back then, science wasn't just something happening in laboratories. It was also a race for power between nations. The United States and the Soviet Union didn't just want to reach space. They wanted to go one step further, to control gravity. Around 1956, some research teams and aviation companies placed ads in newspapers. They claimed that anti-gravity technology might be possible. At the time, this was considered almost impossible. One of the names that stood out during this period was Thomas Townsend Brown. Brown claimed that he could generate thrust using high voltage. In some of his experiments, disc-shaped devices were even seen moving. Later, this became known as the Biefeld-Brown effect. But not everyone was convinced. Some scientists argued that it had nothing to do with gravity and was simply a basic movement caused by ions in the air. So according to them, there was no controlling gravity at all, just known physics. But here's the interesting part. This topic wasn't completely abandoned. The US Navy showed interest in it for a while, quietly, without saying much. And then, suddenly, everything stopped. Projects were classified, files were closed, research disappeared. Years later, the official explanations were always the same. It didn't work. But according to some, the story didn't end there. Because there wasn't really a failure, it was just presented that way. According to some, results were actually achieved. But those results were never revealed. They were shelved and buried in silence. And this is where the real question begins. If nothing was truly discovered, why was it shut down so quickly? By 1996, the topic came back into focus. NASA launched a program called Breakthrough Propulsion Physics. The message to the public was clear. The goal was to go beyond the known laws of physics. Propulsion systems without rockets, theories that could affect gravity, and unconventional methods of movement, everything was on the table. During this process, different ideas and experimental approaches were tested. Some studies suggested that rotating superconductors could create unusual effects. The effects of electromagnetic fields on mass were also examined, but in the end, no clear results came out of these efforts. The expected progress wasn't achieved. In 2002, the program was officially shut down. The reason was simple: no concrete success had been obtained. But this is where it gets interesting. Because research in this field didn't seem to completely disappear. It just moved out of sight. And right at this point, the question grew even bigger. If there was really nothing there, why didn't it completely end? In November 2024, a document that started circulating online once again drew attention. The name of the document was Project Anchor. Its source was unknown, and it had not been officially verified. But it didn't look like an ordinary document at all. There was one date that stood out. August 12th, 2026. According to the claim, on that day, there would be a brief imbalance in gravity worldwide. The duration would be just 7 seconds. The cause was said to be gravitational waves coming from two black holes colliding billions of light years away. It was claimed that when these waves reached Earth, a very brief moment would occur. In that moment, gravity would suddenly weaken, People would lift off the ground, structures would lose their weight and take damage, and a short but intense chaos would begin across the world. But the most unsettling part was this. Everything would start and end within seconds, with no warning. NASA quickly denied these claims. They stated that the document was completely fake. But there was another interesting detail. Some of the terms and expressions used in the document were not entirely made up. Even if they didn't match real scientific studies exactly, they were very close. And this led to one thought. A text this detailed. Could it really be completely fictional? At this point, two different views emerge. According to the first view, Project Anchor is entirely a science fiction story. Real scientific information was taken, a scenario was added, and it was released on the internet. But the second view is a bit different. According to this theory, there is a real research process behind it, built over many years. Experiments that started in the 1950s, followed by military and scientific programs, and some of the studies conducted by NASA, they all lead to the same question. Can gravity really be controlled? From this perspective, Project Anchor is not a disaster scenario. It's a test. A short, controlled experiment with an unknown exact purpose. The black hole explanation could simply be a cover to distract attention. Of course, there is no clear evidence to prove this. But there is also nothing that completely disproves it. Project Anchor could be real, or just a very well-crafted story. But some questions appear exactly where there are no clear answers. To me, Project Anchor is not a warning of a disaster, but the final test of a research effort that has been going on for a very long time. A process that started with Townsend Brown in the 1950s, continued with NASA's Breakthrough Propulsion Physics program in the 1990s, and is believed to still be ongoing today. It never really ended. It was just pushed out of sight. The idea is simple, not to eliminate gravity, but to temporarily disable it, to reset the field for a short moment. If this is possible, then August 12th, 2026 at 14:33 might simply be a test. It would last only 7 seconds, a short experiment just to collect data. The explanation about gravitational waves from black holes sounds like a very strong cover, because such phenomena can actually be observed, and that makes the story more believable. And then, everything will end. The 7 seconds will pass, the system will shut down, and the world will continue as if nothing happened. But if on that day you suddenly feel something different, a sense of lightness, a strange silence, or a change you can't explain, don't just see it as a coincidence. Maybe that long-awaited moment has finally happened. Project Anchor may be a conspiracy theory, but it could also be the first moment that changes humanity's relationship with gravity forever. The decision is yours. I'm closing this file here, but keep your eyes open, and keep your gravity steady. If you want more mystery, history, and documentary-style content like this, don't forget to support the channel. Like the video, share it, and subscribe for free. See you in the next mystery. Take care.